Guess who's back again. TXT's back. Tell your friends. Yes, we're back monetizing. I'm so happy and I am so excited to be back monetizing. And I just want to give a big shout out to all our subscribers that supported us during this time, came to the live stream, emailed us privately asking if we're okay, also providing donations. Thank you so very much for your continued support. I don't know if you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. I have to come off this lovely high and get into this serious mode. Like, honestly, guys, our women won us a silver medal in the 4x100 meters. And instead of celebrating and jumping for joy and being ecstatic, we are teared on our athlete them. Why we have to stay so? Why we're embarrassing so? Like seriously? Like I love Jamaica and I love Jamaicans, but this is definitely a time where I have to call y'all out. Like, what are you doing? Um, Kemba and Elaine have been facing the music, and now we hear of Kemba privating her Twitter. Now, Shelley came out a few days after the 200 meters to say, hey guys, be careful of the things you say about the athletes because it can negatively affect them. The greatest 100-meter sprinter come out and say something like that, and we don't learn nothing. Like, we just not understand, say, words, do hurt, and they do affect our athletes, especially when they're representing us. Go out there. I know you are run. I know you are jump, and I know you are throw. So I don't understand why is it that you need to attack our athletes. That it's definitely not something that is acceptable, and especially when they're going out there to do their best given the circumstances that they've been provided with. No, when I say circumstances, I'm going to get into that because a lot of us um, do not know or understand what really goes into making a relay as successful as it should be. And it definitely isn't solely based on speed. And we've become too accept, we've started to accept this whole concept of, okay, slap the girls together, slap the men together, and let them run there fast enough. And I feel like the administration especially has done a disservice. So if you're looking for somebody to blame, let's start with the administration. They have done a disservice to our athletes, where the fans and supporters now believe that, okay, because they're the fastest, everything is just going to work sublime, and that's not really true. Because guess what, relay, we need practice, and the J3S has set up nothing for these athletes to quote unquote do relay practice until after they get to the championship, after they finish their individual exploits. Then they try to do a few changes before the actual race goes off. That doesn't make no sense. It's already too late. The food done spoiled. This so, like, I come like them not season up the chicken right, and them expect the chicken to taste good. It not gonna taste good. And we know Jamaicans love seasoning. So, and we know a lot of us love cooking. So try to understand from that perspective. Like, if the preparation is not done, how can we sit down and expect great things or the food to taste good? It's not going to work. And I place that blame at the J3's feet. Why? Because it's not been happening from 2022. No. From 2008, let's take a trip back. From 2008, we were supposed to supposedly get this world record. And with the world record, obviously, we get the gold medal, right? We didn't medal in 2008, and we didn't obviously get the world record whilst having a 1-2-2. 2009, issues started. Um, with that being said, one of the good athletes didn't run, but still, gold medal, no record. 2012, multiple medals again in the individual event, no record, no gold medal. Actually, America went on to break the world record along with the gold, along with getting the gold. Fast forward now to 2016, another wonderful opportunity, two medals. No, 2015 first. We had three individual medals on that team, no world record. Got the gold, but no world record. Fast forward to 2016, two individual medalists, and no record. No gold either. America beat us there. 2021, a super team. If you've ever asked for a super team, that's when it happened. Again, no go, no world record. We got the gold, but no world record, and everybody's left up in arms about it. Now, with all of that history in place to show us that, hey, maybe it's just not about speed. Why are we solely dependent on speed? Why is it that these people that are in charge of our athletics can't have the insight or the foresight to see that no, something needs to change? It's not just about the girls now and speed or the men and speed. It's about the technicality of the actual event now. What can we do there to assist our athletes to make sure that they are able to carry the baton around safely? Yes, they need practice. They need one camp, right? We need a relay camp. It hasn't happened, and it been need to happen. Shelly said it a few years back that we need to start having relay camps. It's still not happening, not materialized. I'll know. Don't get me wrong. I know the administration has their struggles, especially when they're dealing with different coaches from different clubs. Yes, there's an issue there as well. However, you are the administration. You have to figure out a way to fix it, because and me can't fix it. The individual coach them not gonna fix it either. A phone responsibility to fix it, right? We see where with the Americans, heads had to roll last year after the Olympics because the men 4x1 didn't make it to the finals. And here we are still a play party shop. And I don't even want to use the party shop term because party shop are good work, right? But what are you guys doing? Like, you're supposed to be in charge and you're not taking charge. You have to take charge, regardless if you have to go stand up against a Stephen Francis and say, yo, we need a relay camp because, the athlete, them need the practice, right? You have to do what you have to do. So I definitely put the blame. If we're going to put the blame, we have to put the blame there because it's been an issue for years. Also, let's talk about the people that put the structure together, the coaches on the ground that put the ladies, line them up to say, okay, you're a first leg, you're a second leg, you're a third leg, whatever. I also do not think that they have been taken into consideration, and this is data available to them because they'd have seen based on previous history who would suit what leg best. Now, obviously, in my opinion, it should have been, did I just say obviously? But anyway, in my opinion, it should have been Kemba to Shelly to Elaine to Sharika. Now, the reason why I would structure the team that way, say if I let me give you an example. Last year I would have put it Brianna to Shelly, to Sharika, to Elaine. Now, the reason why I've switched it around this year is because every year is different, right? And what I've seen from Elaine this year, I would say not the ankle leg, I would put her on the third leg. No, why would I put Shelly on the back stretch? Let's go back to 2019. Shelly showed us why the back stretch is not just about speed, but also a safe, stable set of hands that can receive the baton and hand it off without losing time. That is what you want. And Shelly showed that she has the most experience. And out of all of the girls there, she does have the most experience running for Jamaica. Whether it's individually or on a team, she does have the most experience there. So perfectly slotted in the backstretch. That was me, Shelly, you go there. Elaine, not at her best, but guess what? She's also a fantastic 200-meter runner. Let's slot her on the curve. Sharika has issues handing off the baton. Let's keep her on anchor for now until, again, we get that practice in where now the girls have now become competent at receiving and handing off. So we can probably try to change things around a bit. But that's the leg I thought Sharika should have run. Finals come. Missy Elaine Pan, backstretch and Shelly Pan. Third leg I mess about with. One, Elaine is not at her best. And two, Elaine has, based on prior history, that there have been issues there on the back stretch. Why is Elaine on the back stretch? Can somebody please tell me? Elaine has run some masterful curves and some masterful anchors, right? As I said, I wouldn't put her on anchor. I would put her on the curve. Why is one of the fastest women alive in 2022, the fastest woman alive in 2022, not on the back stretch? For the life of me, I could not understand. But I say, you know what, all right, the race don't set up that way. They make us say, oh, it go on. And here we go. issue on the first change off, right? Now, a lot of people want to blame Elaine and say, hey, Elaine ran away from the button. And the same issue happened in 2021. And also their previous years, in 2016, we also saw issues on the backstretch with Elaine. No, I don't necessarily believe it's an issue with Elaine running away from the button. There's a thing about incoming speed to going off speed. No, I believe that the incoming speed, remember, not only is that athlete currently slowing down because they're getting slower as the race gets progressively longer, but they're also much slower than an Elaine. So my opinion is that the markers are just not right. They're just not set up right for this athlete, because once she takes off, you literally just see this disconnect. There's literally just a disconnect once she takes off, and you can obviously see an obvious gap. And that tells me that in terms of speed, the incoming runner is not able to match, or she is not able to match her outgoing speed to the incoming runner's speed. Hence why we see that disconnect immediately. But what's going to resolve that? Obviously, more practice, which is why I did think that Elaine is not best suited for the back stretch. Now, again, the issue happened. Shelly got the baton, did her thing, and so did Sherika, trying to get us that gold medal, and it did not materialize. Again, we have to be grateful that they got us a medal, because all hell could have broke loose and the baton could have dropped and the race would have been over. Now, let's talk about a few facts on this actual relay. What actually happened? They talk about Kemba should not have run. Let's just talk about it. Kemba shouldn't run. Kemba shouldn't in the finals. Blah blah blah. Kemba make we lose it. No such thing. Kemba ran one of the fastest legs for that first leg by comparison to Brianna, and here is why. When you look at Brianna's leg, which was 11:45, and you look at Kemba's leg, also 11:45, minus the errors on Brianna's side, then you add the errors to Kemba's side. Who ran faster? Obviously Kemba, correct? Then they're saying that if it was Brianna with more experience, then the issue would not have happened. Well, fact is, there was a Brianna last year and the issue also happened. So that's also a moot point. And then thirdly, the fact of the matter is, on all of the baton changeovers for Jamaica, yes, all of them, Kemba and Elaine had the fastest changeover. That is a fact. So a fact is Kemba deserved her spot, and the fact is she ran the best first leg that we could have gotten from any other athlete. And the fact is she changed over the fastest of any other between her and Elaine based on any other leg on our relay. So why are we crucifying Kemba? Why are we crucifying Elaine? Is it an Elaine issue? Is it a Kemba issue? No, it's not. One, the structure was wrong. In my humble opinion, the structure was wrong. But even before we get to the structure, because the structure is the last thing, the most important thing is that these athletes were not given the opportunity to really show us their best because they're not practicing. The administration needs to be called out for sure. They need to step up and do the right thing and stop throwing our athletes under the bus, because they're the ones we see. So they're the ones being attacked. But the general public probably doesn't get that a lot goes into it, and you need to be held accountable for sure. The J3s need to be held accountable, or whoever is in charge of setting up a relay camp or should be doing it, right? They need to be held accountable, right? So definitely not Elaine's fault, definitely not Kemba's fault, and we are definitely grateful and we're definitely happy that we got a silver medal. Again, it could have been much worse, guys. Come on, support our athletes, give our athletes love. Not to mention that Kemba is just representing our country on the international scene for us and on a senior team. This is the most I can't imagine how excited she would have been and happy to just don the black, green, and gold on her first senior team, and her first experience, her memory that she's gonna keep from this is not necessarily the silver medal. But the fact that right after getting a silver medal on her first team, she was viciously attacked by the Jamaican public. I mean, we've heard Asafa talk about how these comments can negatively affect the athletes. We saw what the pressure did to him. We don't need it. We don't need Kemba does not need it. Elaine doesn't need it. Shelly doesn't need it. Sharika does not need it. Brianna does not need it. None of the athletes need this kind of negativity. Try to lift them up. Yes, we see the problems, but let's talk about how can we fix the problems rather than attacking these ladies. Did you see their faces when they were after the end of the race? You could see the disappointment on their face because they went there for gold. They went there for gold. So nobody feel like say them gotta go play games. They went for gold. They got silver and they themselves are disappointed that they didn't get the gold that they wanted. So we don't need to start talk now. We don't need to start talking and adding to it because they are great within themselves and they expect greatness from themselves. But they also understand that it's a relay. They didn't get the practice needed and they did the best they could on the day. So, guys, with that said, sound off in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Be respectful to the athletes when commenting as well. If me see something or me hear something on the sound to right, I can delete it kind of thing. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the girls' performance. Also, who do you think should really be blamed for the performance? Is it the athletes or is it the administration that has failed the athletes? Sound off in the comment section below. And as always, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Catch me in another one. I'm out.